Hello. So it's been a few weeks since I posted a video, and part of the reason for that is that I have been all over the place, just mentally. I have been really struggling with keeping focus on one specific thing, and I kind of want to show you what I've been working on kind of in the background that I haven't really filmed a ton of. I have filmed some of the painting stuff, but the other stuff I haven't really filmed a ton. But today we're actually going to cover a completely different topic that we'll get to in a second. So first and foremost, painting wise, I've been working on this guy, um, which is this kind of undersea dude. And he's got some bits that go onto him, like this goes up on his shoulder up here. Um, but this is coming along, but still a work in progress and definitely not done yet. But hopefully it will be done sometime in the next couple weeks. Again, it just kind of depends on where I'm at. The other kind of big thing that I've been working on, aside from painting that dude, is dice. I have poured 30 sets of dice that are part of the gifts that my partner and I are going to be giving away to our guests at our wedding. There are a whole variety. Actually, these two large ones are made from the leftover resin when I poured these, and they came out pretty cool. They're really random and very, I don't know, planetary maybe. None of these are sanded yet, so this is kind of a work in progress. And then you can see, and I'll try to pick this up so you get a slightly better view, but a whole bunch of dice. So with that being said, so the other thing that I want to talk about, and kind of the main point of this video, is to talk about photography. I have been doing photography for the better part of 15 years, on and off, sometimes with some like DSLRs, a lot of times with just my phone. And I've been fortunate enough to travel to a lot of different places around the world. And so I've got some cool photos. So I am getting ready for a trip in about 2 months. And I am going from America, United States, where I am right now, with my partner over to Ireland. We're going there for 2 weeks, and while we're there, we're gonna get married. We're technically already married, but we're gonna have the actual ceremony and party and all that stuff there in Ireland. And so I've been working on honing my photography kit and my bag to kind of be able to accommodate for the specific photography goals that I have while I am over in Ireland. So let's look at my bag. So this is my main photography bag. This is what'll be on my back when I travel. The tripod will not be in there, but if I'm going out on some sort of excursion where I need a variety of cameras and my heavy duty tripod, then this is what I'll be carrying. So first and foremost, since it's right here on the outside and it's easy to get to, let's talk about my tripod. This is the K&F Concept something. I don't know. It's nice, sturdy carbon fiber legs, twist locks on the legs. So I can, in one motion, I can unlock all the parts of the leg. And one lock, once they're all together, I can put them back together. Decent ball head. I can talk more in detail about this tripod. The other thing I really like about it is that this one specific leg with this foam grip on it, I can unscrew separately, and I can use this as a monopod. And I do have a replacement foot for this leg when I use it as a monopod to have a little more stability. And that leg is right here. Forgot to put it in the bag, but that is that right there. So the bag itself is the Peter McKinnon Nomatic day pack, and it's like 21 liters, I think, and it is really nice. It's got some great features. The fabric here is kind of water resistant. I wouldn't say it's waterproof. So I don't think anything, unless you're using like a dry bag, is really waterproof, but this has a great material for going to Ireland in the fall, late fall, and definitely being exposed to rain and the elements and all that. So front of the bag, these clips here did not come with the bag. These kind of straps, I had to buy those separately. They were, I don't know, 20 bucks for two of them. I really only need the one, but I keep the second one on here as a backup just in case. The side pockets, in case you haven't seen this bag before, there's one of these on each side, and these pockets are magnetized. So when they're closed, they stay nice and closed. There's pretty good tension there. And when you want to put something like a tripod in, you just open it up, and the bottom of it is kind of a triangular shape, which lines up well with the shape of a tripod when it's folded up. You can also put water bottles, umbrellas, things like that in there. Back of the bag has nice padding. For me, I have all of my cameras have the fall cam like quick release plate. This is just nice to have when I'm walking around with the backpack on, and I can use this to hold the camera here. I also keep a little bit of gaff tape on my strap here. You never know when you need gaff tape. This is the other side of the bag. Right here is the laptop pouch. I don't carry a laptop. I don't even own a laptop anymore. I use my iPad. I have an iPad Air from last year, I think, that goes great. I actually need to get a kind of keyboard for that. I've looked at the Apple Magic Keyboard. I don't know that I'm willing to invest however many dollars they want for those things. There's plenty of knockoffs that I can get that'll probably be just as good, but I haven't really bought one yet. So, but iPad will go in here. The nice thing about this bag is while the main pouch is accessed through the back, you also have a quick access up here on top. And this is where I keep my cameras. Now, I'm traveling with two cameras. My first one, that's kind of my everyday walk around, lighter weight, is the Fuji X-T5. And right now I've got a 35 millimeter prime on it. This is from TT Artisan, the f1.4. It's nice. It's fully manual lens. I don't know that I'm going to bring my primes with me when I go to Ireland. I have a 35 millimeter. I've got a 50 millimeter and a 25 millimeter. And I kind of swap these out as I want to, or as I kind of feel the need to. I also have that I keep in my other bag that we'll get to in a little bit. This is just the kit lens that came with it. This is the 16 to 50 Fuji, kit lens, 2.8 to 4.8. I would like something a little bit faster, a little bit better, a little bit lower f-stops than this, and I want a little bit more range on it. I'm not really sure what I'm going to do on that yet. I'm thinking about the Tamron, 17 to 70 or 16 to 70. I'm not sure on that yet. So this is my other lens that I have for my Fuji. This is a great camera. For me, when I shoot with this camera, I don't even shoot in RAW. There's probably some of you out there that are screaming right now at me saying, how dare you have a 40 something megapixel camera and not shoot it in RAW? This camera I own specifically because of the film recipes and all of the really, really cool things that you can do with those film recipes, and how I don't have to worry about editing. I take the pictures, they're on the card here, and I can offload them to my iPad or to my phone, and they are 100% ready to do whatever I want to, share them with them. I don't do a ton of social media. I probably need to get better about that. And I may actually start using my Instagram account now that I'm kind of reinvesting my time and energy into photography a little bit more. But yeah, this is my kind of everyday walk around camera. And then when I really want to take some nice photos, I have a Sony A7 R5. I just recently got this. I upgraded, traded in a couple of other cameras and got this one. Actually got both of these, got them used. And this thing is it's insane. I don't even know how to explain how amazing this camera is. I love every time I get to pull this out. Right now, it's got the 24 to 105 f4 lens on it. This is a Sony G lens. Um, Normally, this has my Sony 16 to 35, also f4. However, for this specific shot that you're looking at, this 24 to 105 is the lens that I use almost exclusively when I'm filming all of my YouTube videos, and I use a Sony FX30 for that. But I needed more range, more, I don't know, field of view. So I had to go to the wider lens. So that 16 to 35 is up there, and the 24 to 105 is here. I will be bringing this lens with me to Ireland, but again, the 16 to 35 is kind of my primary everyday. It sits on the front of this A7R5. And you can see those clips. This is what I was talking about before, where when I'm walking around, I can just clip that in, and that holds fantastically well. And then when I want to pull it off, there we go. And to push the little button up. Yeah, so that's my A7R5. The other things that I keep up here, kind of quick access, I have in this pouch here right now. I'll probably move this when I actually do travel. This is like my cleaning stuff. I've got some Zeiss lens wipes. I've got some, pretty much every time you buy a K&F product, it comes with these vacuum packed, like lint-free cloths. And so I have just piles of these. And so I threw, I don't know, 4 or 5 in this bag in here. I keep some kind of micro Q-tips in case I need them. I have my small rig multi-tool. If you don't use one of these and you would like to have kind of an all-in-one tool, this is fantastic. This works so amazingly well. Has pretty much everything you need for camera use. I have a pen in here right now. I don't need a pen in here right now. And then I started using this. So I used to use just a standard, like lens brush, that has the little bristles there. And then on the other end, this has the like carbon swiping tip stuff to get kind of the heavy dutier stuff off of your lens. And I had been using, a combo pen like that for a while, and I saw this one and it seemed like a worthwhile investment because it does one extra thing that my other pens didn't do, which is I can take these, which if you can read there, those are cleaning swabs. And those are, they're just dry cleaning swabs, but they're made for the sensors. And so I have a full frame one and I have an APS-C one, just one of each. And those actually insert into the back of the pen here. And then I can use this one device for the brush, the carbon tip, or I can clean my sensors off with just this one thing. It's a fantastic combination tool and really, really, really useful. I also keep a camera strap in here. This is a Peak Design, I don't know, medium-sized one. I don't know what their names are. And then I have a like a hand grip over here, also Peak Design, I guess. And then the other thing in the top here are my batteries. So I use the Peter McKinnon pneumatic battery holder, and I've got 2 Sony batteries and 1 Fuji battery in here, and they all have the stickers that just happens to be, these are K&F concept batteries, and they all charge with USB-C. So I put the little sticker that comes with this battery holder on the side that has the charger, which means when they're charged, they sit like this, and I know they're good to go. When they need to be charged, they sit like this, and I don't have to maneuver them or anything. I can just bring this over to my kind of charging setup, and I can just plug a USB-C right in there. Once they're charged up, flip them back over, and I know that they're good to go. The one thing I added to this was some Velcro to the back. And normally, kind of every day, whenever I'm using this bag, I keep that Velcroed up top. However, for travel itself, I actually keep it way down low. And it gives me a little bit more room up here when I'm getting on a plane, I can just throw like a hoodie or a jacket or whatever quick stuff right here on top. Um, and it has quick access. I don't need quick access to my cameras most of the time when I'm, sitting on an airplane. But so then when I flip it open to the back, I gain access to the full chamber. And you can see first and foremost, there are some kind of pouches in the back here. And then this is the camera cube. So when I bought the bag, it had two of these. And this is where that second cube right here is supposed to go. And then this piece right here actually folds up. And then you have just kind of the attic space here for where your cameras are going to go. But for me, with carrying two cameras and with the lenses and stuff, this makes more sense. So I guess we'll start with the cube here. So this is normally where my 24 to 105 would go. Here in this area here, I have, instead of a kind of squeeze rocket blower duster thing, I have this thing, which is powered by USB-C and is a blower. It's nicer because I can control kind of more accurately instead of squeezing and my hands twisting and who knows what's going to happen. So that goes in there. I have a couple. This is an extra lens cap and an extra body cap. I have a towel. This is a packet towel. Packet? Yeah, pack towel. And this is nice for, again, if I'm when I'm in Ireland, being able to not worry about the rain. This is huge. This thing covers the entire bag. And is a nice microfiber material. So I can wipe the camera off, get any of that kind of standing water off of the body before I put it away if I'm out in the rain. So, and then finally, I have my telephoto lens. So this is the Sony 7200. This is the f4, the macro 2 lens. And I have the 7200, and then I also have a 2x teleconverter. So the way this sits right now, even though this is a f4 7200, as it sits right now, this is actually 140 to 400. And then I can, if I don't want to use the teleconverter for whatever reason, I can just pop it off, put this cap on, and then I have my 7200. But I keep them stored together in this bag like this, simply because of space. They fit in here quite nicely. I can still fit my 24 to 105 here without any problems. I can put the towel on top of here. Everything fits quite nicely, and I don't have to worry about anything getting lost or anything like that. The teleconverter does come with this little case that I kind of use back and forth, but I've kind of come to the conclusion that it just makes more sense to leave it loose for the way that I use it. So, and then finally here on these back pouches, so I have a smaller tripod, and this is the Mantis Pod Pro, I think, that has the remote built into it, and comes with a ball head. This also uses those same quick release plates, which, by the way, I don't know if you noticed, but I also have a quick release plate on my 70-200. So takes the quick release plates, and then this one is so insanely sturdy and quick and easy to use. I can throw it there. That thing is, even on this bag, is quite sturdy. And then on top of that, I can even extend it out so it goes lower. It's quick, it's easy, it works so well, and I'm really, really happy with this. As a matter of fact, when I have my daily carry with my Fuji X-T5, this actually goes in my other bag. I'll show you that bag here in a little bit. I'll try to go quicker on that, but yeah, this is fantastic. Also in that same pouch, I keep a small monitor mount setup, and that's because I can use it here or I can throw it up top, but I keep this small rig light. And this thing has nice brightness to it. It's this is without the diffuser on the front of it. I'm not going to point it at the camera because it'll kind of blow out the light. But has a bunch of different features. You can do police lights and ambulance lights and lightning and all that kind of stuff. And yeah, great little kind of pocketable video light when I need it. And then finally, I have my filters. So all of my lenses, I use a magnetic filter system. So I use the K&F concept. Everything's got 77 millimeter rings or sized up to use 77 if it needs to be, and they're all magnetic. So all my lens caps are all magnetic. And then on top of that, all my filters are magnetic. And instead of keeping my filters in one of those cases where they're all got their individual dividers, I don't need that when they're magnetic because they stay together and they stay separate and I don't have to worry about it. And I've color coded all of my lenses and I keep an extra lens cap in here. And then like I've got a polarizer, a CPL, I've got a couple of ND filters, and then I have two different the black Pro Mist filters. So I've got a 1/4 and a 1/8 black Pro Mist. The only one that's different that's not K&F is the 1/8 black mist because I just couldn't get it. So this is a case filter, and they all magnetize together just perfectly fine without any issues. So yeah, and I keep all of those in this case, which is actually made for like headphones, but it's got nice soft material here. I can toss my filters in here, and it's got a good size. They don't really rattle around, and it is a, I don't know, semi-rigid case, and that just goes up here, and that's my entire bag. That's everything I bring with me. It is hopefully going to account for everything I need to account for. Okay, so here is my kind of everyday carry bag, and this is the Bellroy 6-liter bag. And I have tried a whole bunch of different bags to get to this one. This one is, for me, the perfect bag. It's not too big. It's not, a ton of extra fabric or space kind of hanging off my back because I do prefer sling bags. I do occasionally have like a smaller backpack, but for the most part, I prefer a sling bag. So I don't want a ton of extra stuff, but I also need it to be big enough to carry the things that I want to carry. And one of my, I don't know, one of my prerequisites was a bag that I could fit my mantis pod into. And this was the smallest bag that I could get where I could fit the mantis pod and still be able to, use it and fit everything else. I'm just adjusting because that is very crooked. Sorry about the grid. So mantis pod first and foremost. Up here in the front, I have an extra rag. That's it in the front. This bag does have a couple of pockets up here and like a little key hook thing. I don't use any of that, to be honest. I'm probably not going to, but I could just cut those pockets out. So then here in the main pouch, and this one has kind of 2 zippers you can access from either side. I keep my strap. This gets moved over to my small bag whenever I use this bag, which again, I guess it's probably more apt to say this strap gets moved over to my backpack when I'm using the backpack. So Fuji X-T5, we just talked about this camera. I love it. I love the film simulations. I love the size and kind of the weight and overall everything about it. I do keep my kit zoom lens in here right now. I'm still not 100% sold on that being my final kind of everyday carry lens. This is the ball head for the top of the mantis pod there. Over on this side, I keep lens caps, and this bag does have kind of pouches on either end. On this side, I keep a spare battery. This is the standard Fuji battery. The one that's USB-C chargeable is actually in the camera right now. You can see I keep the kit lens in like a sunglass bag. and that works really well for keeping it protected, but also having spare cloths. More cloths, I just throw a few in here. And then there are a few pouches in the back here. I don't keep anything in there. I do have an air tag in this bag, but I can't get that out because my fingers are too sausagey. And then finally, my cleaning kit. It's the same cleaning kit from the larger bag. And part of the reason why I keep it in this small bag is because I can easily move it from bag to bag without any kind of issues. And that's it. That's the whole bag. That's everything I have in here. Is that a good frame? Yeah, looks pretty good, I think. So that's what I carry in this bag. That's my kind of everyday carry, and what I use for kind of my everyday photography. And I think it works quite well for me. That's all I've got today. I would love to do more kind of photography content if people are interested in that. So if you are interested, please let me know. Reach out, leave a comment or, whatever and say, hey, I'd love to see more photography content. I'd love to see, some of the things that I do with my photography or anything like that. I'd love to share it. This channel was not intended to only be the kind of painting and diorama type stuff that I do. It's all of the different things that I hyperfixate on. And so this is one of the many things that I hyperfixate on, as my partner can attest to. In addition to the painting, and I've got a bunch of other random stuff that I do as well. So if you're interested in this kind of content, again, please let me know. Thanks so much for joining me today, for, abiding by however long this video ends up being, trying to be as quick as possible, but it's a lot to go over. Have a great day, and yeah, I will see you guys in the next one.